But nah, just we had the Grammys to start February off, hot,
Yeah, man.
kind of big for hip hop. What you think? What you think?
Um, I have a very, very, very hateful. I shouldn't say hateful, but I don't fuck with the Grammys.
Well, I mean, yeah. Do we really fuck with the Grammys?
It's like, to me, it's a popularity contest, number one,
Of course.
and I salute the Grammys when they get it right, and I always give them shit when they get it wrong, and usually they get it wrong. But holistically, this year, they got it right.
I say so.
They got it right. I mean, when you look at hip hop as a whole, right? I think Dolce said it when she won Best Rap Album. She was like, only 3 women have won this category, right? I think she said it was Cardi, Lauren, and Dolce. And to me, that's a part where the Grammys get it correct, because we talked about it on the show, the Commission Cypher, that Dolce's been one of the highlights in the culture for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? She put together a dope project. She's rapping.
She rapping her ass off.
Bro, she's a fan of MCing. You know what I'm saying? So when she does interviews and things like that, you could tell that she loves this shit. And she put everything into her pen. She put everything into the project. So for me, I salute on that. I also salute Rhapsody. Rhapsody won Best Rap Melodic with her song with Erykah Badu, 3 a.m. I mean, I've been advocating for Rhapsody for many, many years, right? She was one of those artists that I always felt from our genre. So when we talk about hip hop, she's always been one of those artists that crafts incredible projects. She's got always great singles. Her rollouts are really, really well done. And artists like that, I feel, who've earned the Grammy need to receive it. I won't give a fuck about no popularity contest, because if that was the case, Ice Spice would have won something, or name any other rapper, insert here, would have won the Grammy for anything. So I love that they had gotten that right. You know what I mean? But it seems like over the last couple of years, they've been starting to get a little bit more. They're in the realm of taking the culture seriously. Like, hip hop is its own genre. I don't know if you know this, but the Grammys now have, they just started doing this a couple of years ago. So every genre has a pool of people that vote, because the Grammys is about the vote, right? Yeah. The Academy. So let's just say they got a hip hop. They got the hip hop genre, and they have the voters within the hip hop genre. But it's like producers, engineers, artists, you name it, people who know the music, right? People who know the culture. So when I heard they did that, I was like, that's great, because that's when you get like a Royce nomination, a Pusha T nomination. You know what I mean? Freddie, you get all of these guys who, from our perspective, when we listen to hip hop, it's like, these guys should be getting a nomination, right? Like, a couple years ago, I think Alfredo, I don't know if it won a Grammy.
I don't think Alfredo won. It was Bandana, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. So when you get albums like that winning the Grammy, it's a W for the culture, because for so long hip hop's been treated as like a lesser value genre, right? And it's time for that to change. So
Oh, for real.
I was with it. You know what I mean? I thought Dolce's performance was super dope. Yo, the imagery the last couple of weeks as it relates to the Grammys and the Super Bowl, you know, I'm pretty sure we'll get into it, but just the imagery and what they doing on stage, no other musical genre does that but hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love when artists make you put your thinking cap on. Where they say, hey, yo, America, white America, general public, mainstream. I'm going to show you what I'm about. And I'm going to show you who I am pure. Like, ain't no cut. I'm not trying to fit into the mold of what you think is acceptable. So, shouts to Dolce. I loved it. Shout to Rhapsody. I loved it. Kendrick made a sweep. Loved it. You know what I'm saying?
5 for 5.
5 for 5. You know what's crazy is okay. I guess I didn't really understand because I don't view hip hop in a lens of mainstream media or from a mainstream fan, right? Yeah. But I got to view it from their eyes watching the Grammys and watching the Super Bowl. And let's be real, man. Kendrick had a monster year. Monster record. This is the biggest record in a very long time.
Isn't it like #1 in the world right now again?
I mean, yeah. What you expect? He just performed the Super Bowl.
I mean,
you know what I mean. So it's a testament, though, and I hope that as the years go by and the Grammys continue to evolve this new way of, you know, represent for the culture and hip hop, that they really start to understand like nothing moves without hip hop, my G. We've been doing this podcast for a few months now, and I've told everybody that's been here, guests and co-hosts alike, nothing moves without hip hop culture. KFC don't move without hip hop culture. McDonald's don't move without hip hop culture. Yes. The NFL does not move without hip hop culture. NBA. Now NBA. So it's about time that the mainstream and the rest of the world understand that, you know, hip hop's only 50 years old. It's 51 years old now. So it's like it's a young genre. Like we can only go up from here. But I looked at it from people who don't analyze a culture like us or don't really love hip hop like we do. This is showing and proving that, hey, guess what? Nothing moves without hip hop culture, period. And the Grammys was a testament to that. So shout out to all the winners, shout out to the nominees. There's a lot of great albums that came out during the Grammy season or I guess the eligibility time frame. So anybody that was nominated, man, I'm just glad that you know, I had the opportunity to get the nomination, and that means that the peers within that group that are voting think highly of you and your project, and that comes from your peers within a genre. It doesn't come from your, you know, rock people who don't know the music, right? They just know the name. Like, oh, I seen Kendrick Lamar everywhere. Let me vote for Kendrick Lamar. Mm-hmm. That's why I think the Kendrick Grammy sweep, it hits a little different,
right? Especially
in the hip hop side, because it's us going to bat and voting for Kendrick, right? And obviously there's some other genres, I believe. There was another award that he won, which is a top tier award that he probably, I would assume all the genres and all of the people voted for that, right? So it just goes to show you how powerful hip hop is. And that segues into, you know, everything in the world, bro. Think about it. Everything. Mm-hmm. They need hip hop to
style,
fashion, style, music. Think about it. So now it's time for mainstream America to cut that check. Oh, you want to use Annie Up on NFL? Cut the check. Oh.
Big check.
Right. Oh, you want to use this for NBA commercial breaks? Cut that check. Oh, you want to sell your Wingstop? Cut that check. I love it, man. I love it, bro. So I couldn't hate on it at all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I enjoyed it, man.
A big dub. A big dub.
Is a huge W for the culture. And again, for me, you know, this is coming from a kid that I remember watching the Grammys. I was probably 10, 11 years old. and because it's on television, it's on network television, CBS. It's like it's on in every household.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't even televising the event. Like, I didn't know when I was a kid at that time, like, Jay was nominated and DMX wasn't. You hear that shit afterwards. So, like, for me, the Grammys never meant shit to me. I mean, I remember recipes DJ K Slay. Yo, K Slay, I remember him telling me, like, yo, a mixtape award. I think him and Pat would say, like, a mixtape award for us is better than the Grammy. Because it's coming from our own peers. It's coming from the culture. It's not coming from these outsiders who don't really know what we do, right? So I've never been a fan of the Grammys. I'm still not a fan of the Grammys. I think that they got a long road to do, but it's all about progress. And when I see progress being made and I see them, again, including different artists and producers and engineers within the culture who've been here since day one and getting their voice to be heard, you can't do nothing but salute that. So salute to the Grammys, man.
Big facts.